Your routine is your life. Next, I want to talk about routine. You know, I see tips in magazines and, videos and such that say, okay, eat more protein for breakfast, or do this, or do that, these little tips. But really, your total routine of when you get up to when you go to bed really develops the health in the body that you have. So if I eat more protein for breakfast, and I'm still eating peanut butter sandwiches before going to bed at night, it's not going to make any difference. So it's the total routine that you have in your life that creates what you have, what you get. Now, what are the things to change your routine? What most of us do is we try to just jump in and change a whole bunch of things at once, and then it fails. I want to go step by step with you to teach you exactly what it takes to change your routine successfully so that you get the outcomes in life that you want automatically. Because once you have the routine set, it becomes automatic. Weight loss, the health that you want, the body you want becomes automatic if you're following the certain routine that creates that. So the whole goal is to create a routine, to find a routine that works for you, that gets you that outcome. Step number one, and this is really the biggest step, is simply knowing that you can change. Change is so hard for people, not because change is difficult, but because of how our brain attaches to certain things in our lives. Most of our routine we identify with, meaning we think our routine is who we are. We have our brand of toothpaste. If I brush my teeth in the morning and before going to bed at night, that is who I am. I'm a toothbrusher person. While someone else, maybe they do something different. Is that they brush their teeth only in the morning or after lunch or something. Everything that we do becomes kind of a part of our identity. And add to that, if we think that we're doing to change something, you would think that, well, I must have been doing it wrong before. Why change unless I was doing it wrong? And we all have that deep wired belief in our brains from when we were little kids that mistakes and failures are bad. So we have this underneath feeling that I don't want to change, because if I change, then I'm admitting that what I was doing before was wrong. So for example, you'll say to someone, hey, I found a new way to drive to work. I think it's shorter. You should try it. No, I like my way to drive into work. It's fine. It works for me. I'm not going to mess around with going a different way that I don't know. Okay, so there's a perfect example of, we're fine with what we got going on. Now what we're talking about here in our routine is changing eating preferences and changing our exercise preferences. Now understand that any preference that you have is simply a reinforced mental concept. When we think to ourselves, well, I don't like tuna. It's not you that doesn't like tuna, it's your brain's reinforced mental concept that doesn't like tuna. Now that's a real important distinction to make between you and your brain's programming. We identify, we say, I like this, I don't like this. And that becomes our routine. So knowing that you can change your routine, understanding that is so important for the first thing of knowing that you can change your routine. You're not changing who you are, you're not changing your identity, you're making changes for the better. You're trading up. So knowing that you can change and understanding how your brain reinforces things. Now the second thing that goes with this how the brain protects you from change, how it prevents. It doesn't want to change. If something's working, if it's not broke, why fix it? That's your brain's motto. Now if you change, let's say you go from eating junk food in the evening while watching TV to eating an apple or exercising, what's going to happen? When you're making that change, your brain is going to start to automatically produce signals of pain and discomfort. Oh, I'm missing out on this. The negative feeling that you're missing out, and then whatever you're replacing, you're going to think negative thought. Your brain will produce negative thoughts about what you're replacing it with. So let's say you're eating an apple, your brain will send you signals of comparison between the chips you're eating before and now you're eating an apple, changing your routine. And your brain's going to be sending you thoughts of this apple, this sucks, I don't like this, chips would taste so much better, I work hard, I deserve a treat, I deserve to be good to myself. Or things like, this is stupid, why bother, I'm not going to go work out anyway, so I might as well eat the chips, this hasn't worked before. So your brain is going to produce these negative thoughts. It's going to just throw those things out. Because it's trying to protect you from failure, protect you from pain, protect you from discomfort. Changing to a new routine is going to be a little bit of pain and discomfort, just like the first day of school, just like the first day on your job. Anything new is going to be some discomfort, it's going to be some difficulty. But anything good in life, we know the first day of it was never comfortable. So we know we need to get past that. So what's the third thing? Here's where success and failure happens, right here. This is where you use your conscious thinking, your self-talk. Basically, think of your subconscious and all these negative thoughts popping up as this negative friend you have. And you're gonna be here, you want differently. You want to eat the apple instead, or you want to get on the exercise bike instead of eating the food at night. So you're going to talk about, reinforce all of the positive things about that. You're going to think about, you're going to cause thoughts that make you feel a certain way. Remember, you have a thought that creates a feeling. If you think this apple sucks, you're going to have that negative feeling. If you think about how this apple is making you healthier, it's getting you towards your goal one step at a time, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel positive feelings. So by your own thinking and creating feelings, self-talk, you will be able to override this negativity. Now this is automatic and strong, but this is even stronger if you're focused in on it. If you know what you're doing, and you're focused in on it, and you're strong with it. This is how you get past this, and this is how you're able to do that. Now, the fourth thing here that makes this work, that makes number 3 work, is this. Let me get an eraser. Sorry about that. The fourth thing, oops. Is gradual change, one at a time. If you make too many changes at once, you won't be able to concentrate your energy on convincing and using your self-talk and thinking about all the positive reasons why you want to make this certain change. I want to go to an apple instead of the chips. I want to focus on just that change. You focus all of your mental energy on that one change, your conscious, positive thoughts and energy that produce those good feelings about why I want to eat that apple, and I can visualize the success. When I'm tasting this apple, I'm thinking about all the nutrients I'm giving my body, and I'm feeling good about doing that for myself and being a role model for others. And I'm thinking about my goals and how good it feels to lose that 2 pounds each week. And I know that if I get into the routine and develop a love for this apple, that eventually this will become my routine, and then what I want will become. So if I just focus on that, and that one thing, but if I got all these changes I'm making, I'm going to get up early, I'm going to start doing this apple in the evening, I'm going to go for a walk at lunch, I'm going to start packing my lunch to bring to work, I'm going to change from eating this during my lunch to something different during my lunch. So I try to do all these changes at once to produce that weight loss right away. I can't focus my energy, my conscious energy, to positively reinforce all these different changes. I just can't. There's no way So then when I'm focusing on that apple, but for lunch I'm changing to a salad, and I'm used to going out to eat with my friends, and I'm not, and I don't have the energy, I don't have the thought process to fight that negative feelings that are popping up when I'm at work eating my salad and my friends are going to lunch. And all the other small changes, and the getting up and the exercising, and I feel out of place at the gym, so you can't do all these things at once because you don't have the amount of energy to be able to consciously, positively think about those changes you want to make, to reinforce them, to override the automatic negative thoughts that your brain will produce to try to keep you the same. I hope that makes sense. So that's why it is so, 3 underlines, important for you to go, okay, I want to make this permanent. Before I did this, just like Dave said, I did this, I made this change, I made all these changes and it failed. Okay? What we want to do is one change at a time, gradual, one at a time. That is the success formula. Now, why don't we want to do gradual? We want results. We want to get into it. We want to go for it. But gradual. So I just described the success formula. First of all, understanding your brain and knowing that you can change. Know that you can change anything, and any preference you have, any routine you have is simply a reinforced mental concept. And you can reinforce any mental concept to make it your new routine. Understanding how your brain prevents change. Any change, your brain's going to send negative signals to you. It's going to pop negative thoughts about missing out on what you did, and it's going to pop negative thoughts about what you're doing to replace it, and this stinks, sucks. Understanding that is your brain's job. It does that automatically to protect you, and you're just going to go, no thanks. And how you override that is your own positive self-talk, your own positive thoughts. Think about all the positive reasons why you want to change this new change that you're making, this new part of your new routine. And then last but not least, implementing gradually one at a time. If you think about this, if you make a change monthly, now this would be totally crazy. Like, you mean to tell me I'm just going to make one change every month? It's going to take me forever to lose weight. Well, think about it this way. Let's say you started off your first month focusing on just drinking water. I'm going to, I used to drink milk and, sugary beverages and calorie beverages. Now or even diet pops and stuff. So I'm just going to focus on drinking clear, pure water with all my meals. And I'm going to look at how much water I'm drinking and make sure I'm getting plenty and a little extra water to stay super hydrated so I don't feel as hungry. So you focus on that for month number 1. Now you're not going to lose a bunch of weight because that's just your single change. Now you may lose some because you're going to feel better. Now month number 2, let's say you start, okay, I'm going to start exercising in the morning for just 15 minutes. Either on the exercise bike, go for a walk, at home, whatever. So that's my month 2 change. All right, get into that habit. So now you're drinking water, you're exercising every morning for 15 minutes. 3rd month comes up. Okay, now instead of eating the junk food for lunch or going out to lunch or using the vending machine, I'm going to bring a salad to work with me. And then I'm going to put all that I want on it. And I focus on that for month number 3. Now I'm drinking water, I'm doing my 15 minutes in the morning, I'm eating my salad for lunch, and this is part of my new routine. Now month number 4, now I go to something else. Now instead of having my salad full of dressing, now I'm going to switch to just spray olive oil to reduce the calories. And we're getting to that for the next month. So if you keep making progress, gradual, step by step, month after month, okay? Back up 5 years ago. Did you go on a diet 5 years ago? Didn't work out? For a lot of us watching this video, you may have dieted 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You've been dieting for 20 years maybe. Just imagine, had you made one healthy change per month starting 5 years ago, you'd have 60 healthy changes in your new routine. Realistically, if you make 8 to 10 healthy changes in your routine, you're going to see a significant impact in your body automatically because it's your new routine. So the success formula is making healthy changes gradually and slowly, so you can focus on that one change, use all of your conscious power to reinforce it positively when you're doing it. No, you're going to slip off, okay? That's why you give it more than just, a couple of days. Focus on it for a month, focus on it for 2 weeks before you go to the next healthy change. Now make sure also, this is an important thing, is gradual and realistic. Now what I mean by that, so if I say, okay, I'm drinking water now, that was my first change that I wanted to make. I've reinforced that, and I really think this is becoming a part of what I like to do. I'm drinking water I don't even miss the milk anymore. So now I go to month number 2 and I say, okay, now I'm going to start exercising 2 hours a day. Well, nah, that's probably not going to work. So instead, as you notice, my example is I'm going to get up in the morning and do 15 minutes of exercise, something that's realistic for me, that's easy for me to reinforce. If I said I'm going to get up every morning and do 2 hours of exercise, that negative thinking from my brain and the feelings I'm getting from my brain is going to overwhelm me, and there's no way I can positively reinforce that consciously. It's not realistic. That's kind of a radical example, but understanding that it's better to make small incremental changes over time that you enjoy and positively reinforce to change that to a new mental concept, that is the success formula. So once you understand this, you will be able to develop any routine you want. You can get to a certain point, go, okay, I've got this great routine that works for me, I'm good. Or you can say, all right, I want to lose that last 15 pounds, all right? I'm going to start making a few more gradual changes to my routine. Like I said with a salad, maybe you eat a salad with salad dressing. Now I'm going to make that change of just spray olive oil on there and reduce it to 100 calories. And these small incremental changes that you add to your routine, this automatic way that you live, is going to produce that outcome that you want automatically. And that's the key to successful permanent weight loss. So I hope this makes sense, because that's the goal, to get you to that healthy routine that automatically produces what you want. So your assignment is to start using the worksheet that's provided, making monthly changes to your routine that you can reinforce positively. Use all of your energy to focus on those single changes to make them last and stick as a part of your new routine, and to continue to make those changes until you get the routine that produces what you want. This is Dave Erickson, Live by Choice.